Hallo und willkommen zurück zu Shadowrun Hongkong. Wir gehen zum Center der Walled City. Das ist immer noch diese Zone. You've been walking for what feels like hours, picking your way through the claustrophobic alleys in the inner walled city. It feels like you're traversing a war zone. Dead bodies litter the gutters. Some have been gutted by gunfire, others have suffered stranger and more terrible wounds. The rattle of distant automatic weapons fire rings in your ears, intermingling with faint screams of agony and terror. Gets better and better, doesn't it? I'm not a fan either, but it's too late to turn back. We've got a job to do, we keep moving forward. Right, we have to keep moving. After all, we can't keep the malevolent demon god waiting. Ahead you can see a cluster of Tsang security personnel. They look to be embroiled in some sort of argument. If they notice you at all, they don't show it. Watch and wait. As you watch, one of the officers loses his cool, starts shouting. She's here! For us! I've seen her in my dreams! What is here? I don't know what you're talking about, damn it! Security officer lurches toward his partner, his eyes bulging. His body language makes you think of a wounded animal, panicked, terrified, ready to lash out at anything within reach. He shakes his head like a wet dog and focuses on the woman beside him. I know how to keep her safe. I saw how to do it. He reaches for an object that's clipped to his belt. Open your mouth. You're crazy, man. Keep away from me. I mean it. She backpedals, reaching for a weapon, and shouts at a third guard. Get back up! Who has gone insane? Without a word, the third Tsang guard takes off running. As if on cue, the degraded security officer takes another step forward. This is for the best, Zhang. Trust me, I'll do you first and then I'll do me. Light shines on black iron. He holds a multi-tool clenched in his hand. You can see that he's configured it into a set of pliers. By the time I'm done, she won't be able to hurt us anymore. With a flurry of motion, the man with the pliers lunges at his companion. She drops into a fighting stance and meets him head on. What? Muss ich ja trotzdem alle umbrezeln, oder wie? sind beides Tsang Soldiers. Wenn ich jetzt davon umbringe, ist es eigentlich Wumpe. Nehmen wir den da hinten erstmal weg, weil der andere leichter zu erreichen ist von den anderen. Cover. Ist auch bescheuert, dass er da Schutz hat, nur weil diese dämliche Wand neben dem steht. Also das System ist ja auch nicht optimal. Haben wir sie nicht alle? Sang Mage. Da sind noch ein paar mehr. More Tsang security up ahead, but these ones are different. They're outfitted in heavier armor, carrying heavier artillery. They look just as adult as everyone else if you've seen this deep in the slum, though. They hold their weapons leveled at a doorway leading to the inner walled city. Gobbet whispers to you. Great, more heavily armored nutjobs. What are they? You hear a deafening crash from the direction of the walled city. The noise is followed by an alien piping sound unlike anything you've ever heard. At the sound of it, the Tsang troops start screaming. Their faces have gone as grey as ash. You catch a glimpse of something moving toward you. Something fast that seems to defy gravity as it runs. You have a split second to process this new information before the gunfire starts. Aha. Dann würde ich mal sagen, viel Spaß damit. Ich sammle die Reste ein. Die sehen ja schon so ein bisschen albern aus. Vielleicht kann der auch von da aus. Ja. Was? Da ist die Line of Sight blockt? Ja. stark sind die jetzt auch nicht. Toller Move. Feuer! %. Holla. Mhm. Aua. Einmal heilen. Und zurück. Kann nochmal angreifen. Nur den. Ja. Da geht nichts, okay. Macht der. Was hat der für einen Buff drauf? Den Treffsicherheitsbuff hat er nicht drauf. Auch gar nicht weit die Reichweite mit dem Granatenwerfer. Idiot! kaputt. Warten wir ab. Einmal Neu-Hasi. Ups, das war falscher Hasi. Ja. Heili, heili. Oh, schön. Hätten wir das vorher machen sollen. Hat auch gereicht, okay. Das war einfach. Na gut, eigentlich sind alle Kämpfe nicht so der Hit. Dann, außer das mit dem Hacken zwischendurch natürlich, wegen dem Hacken. Enter the Walled City! Aha. Wir sind also immer noch nicht, noch immer in derselben Zone, mal nicht. As you pass into the hallway, Ku Feng brushes up alongside you. I'm afraid that we are going to have to part ways here, Kordanor. She shudders. The negative energy of this place has grown a little too strong for my liking. You can't quit on me, Ku Feng. You promised to help me with this. Are you really content to share power with the Yama King? I thought that you wanted to be queen. I did, and I am, of Repulse Bay. In case you hadn't noticed, this place isn't Repulse Bay. It's a fetid hellhole with the charm of a garbage dump. In any case, this has been a most educational experience. Thank you for letting me be part of it. She curtsies demurely oder so. Goodbye, Shadowrunner, and good luck. Thank you, Ku Feng. Habe ich den jetzt geheilt? Habe ich ihn nicht geheilt? In the clearing ahead, you find a sobbing middle-aged man amidst a pile of bodies. He's dressed in a cheap suit with a bright yellow tie, but the fabric has been smeared with blood. He takes notice of you and recoils. Leave me alone! Go away! As he tries to pull away, his mouth drops open. You can see that he's missing at least half of his teeth. Can't let them fight me! Can't let them catch me! I have to hide from them, from her! Slowly, methodically, he begins to claw at his own eyes. Can't get free, can't clean. When my eyes close, I see them there, twitching, shaking like broken things. He reaches up for you with blood-stained fingers. Please, please help me. Something scrambled his brains. Might have been Chuan Qua, yeah, or servants, or maybe just the stress. Either way, there isn't much that we can do. I think that I've seen the things that you're talking about. Crescent-shaped heads, twitching movements. He nods, staring at you through red-streaked eyes. Drooling fire and pissing blood, bodies like the gums of some huge animal, teeth thrusting out of pink flesh like the thorns of rose, shaking, trembling at their horrible smiles. His entire body begins to tremble. He doubles over, clutching his head and sobbing. The tears spatter down on the mangled corpses at his feet. We'd better get moving, Mike. We need to stop this before these things drive us as crazy as he is. Who are you? Chu Si, my name is Su Chi. Isabel jabs you with an elbow. I've heard of this guy. Su Chi is a human trafficker. People sell themselves to him to help their families. He's basically a glorified slave trader. Su Si doubles over, sobbing and hugging himself. What happened to your mouth? We all did it to try to keep her away, just like in the stories. His eyes well with tears. It didn't work. I didn't have the courage to cut out my tongue. What's with all the bodies? They came for us, the trembling things. He stares at his hands. I had to do it. They were making too much noise. I didn't have a choice. The best way that we can help you is to stop all of this. He sobs uncomprehensibly. Ja, mit dem können wir nichts machen. Oder können wir anhand... Ne. Gemalt. Enter the heart of the walled city. The sound of the typhoon hammering down outside is nearly drowned out by the noise of evacuees fleeing their ordeal. The air smells of fear and bodily fluids, thrums with a bass note of expectation and doom. You pause for a moment in the eye of the hurricane. Ahead, the cancerous core of the walled city and its concrete encased fortune engine await. No word yet from Mr. Tsang. Think he ran again? Raymond won't run again, Duncan. Good. I would rather not have a showdown with the demon goddess. Shutting down that machine sounds much easier. Let's continue clearing a path. Make it easy for him to follow. Ja. Und es lädt. Naja. The Fortune Engine. Moment, da speichere ich hier nochmal. Speicher. Schaue ich noch was auf. The deafening rattle of machine gun fire fills the air behind you, and the metallic tang of blood cuts through the stench of garbage. You press forward, wading through block after block of insanity, chaos, and death. All around you, the walled city is descending into a churning cauldron of depravity and violence. The comms of no use. You've tried several times, but there's still no word from the B-team, no sign of Raymond, or of kindly Cheng's triad soldiers. Finally, you reach the center of this hellhole, an industrial hatch with its door ajar. This is the place where Raymond Black built his infernal machine. The threshold across which Yan Cha, the queen with 1,000 teeth, clawed her way into this world. The walls here are thick, steel-reinforced braids of thick cable run across the floor, and computer equipment, now hopelessly out of date, adorns every elevated surface. Something in the distance is calling to you. It's faint, but you can feel it, the bone-shaking thrum of an enormous machine. This is it, prosperity, just like in our dreams. He scans the room, scowling. The fortune engine has to be somewhere in this complex. We find the machine and secure it until Raymond arrives. Simple enough. I don't want to be here. Prison was better than this. But we've got a job to do. Keep moving. The sooner we find this thing, the sooner we can get home. Whatever does. Let's get moving then. No time like the present. She tucks her rats into her hip pockets for safekeeping. Oh, and if your foster father doesn't get here soon, I'm gonna poison him. No joke. Aber da speichere ich jetzt nochmal. Wir haben 36 Punkte wieder. Na, mal gucken. Mal fürs Kämpfen brauchen wir die auf jeden Fall nicht. Pick up. Na, scheint nochmal ein Kampf zu kommen. Wenn die hier Mets verteilen. Das Interface ist auch schwer scheiße. Okay, das ist ziemlich leer hier. Das sieht nach einer Kampf-Area aus. Ja. No, da unten geht's auch noch weiter. Noch so ein Ding. A simple, magically prepared salve that heals 10 base HP and further 7 AP per round for 3 rounds. Take 9. Ja. The door has been sealed. Looks like it's been shut for quite a while. Got to be some way to get this door open. Terminal. The terminal winks to life at your approach. It's still drawing power, that's promising. Her gaze traces across the screen. Thing isn't even password locked. The display looks corrupted though. Looks of garbled text and gibberish on that screen. As long as we can open the door with it, we are good. We don't need it for anything else. Use the terminal, let's find out. Prosperity Project Admin Terminal, blah 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 blah. Attempt to open the door to the Fortune Engine's testbed. Here goes nothing. You select the door and controls from the computer's menu and command them to open. The screen flickers, then goes dark. Damn it, let me take a look. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a wave of nausea grabs you by the guts and twists. It doubles you over, then fades. Duncan turns to face you, wincing. What was? As you straighten, you can feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up straight. A buzzing sensation washes over you, drowning out your companion's words and filling your head with white, warm static. In the center of the room, something blossoms into the world. Der ist aber groß. The figure from your dreams looms over you, enormous and alien. The creature is beautiful and terrifying in equal measure, a thing of billowing silk and carved ivory. Qian Ya stands still as a statue, peering down at you from behind a mask of sculpture sculpted gold. Smaller spirits take up positions around her, bowing their heads in deference, while her hands tighten on her weapon as the color drains from her cheeks. Shit. That's a lot bigger than I expected. Slowly, with a broad, languid motion, Qian Ya's body begins to shift. The crescent-shaped ivory horns that crown her head cut through the light as she moves, casting strange shadows on the wall behind her. You are here. The voice that pours from behind the thing's mask is indescribably beautiful. The tones are high and musical and seem to hang in the air long after she finished speaking. You have come to us. In the corners of the room, servitor creatures echo their queen's words, garbled sounds piping through gaps in the animal-lined carapaces. Come to us. We called to you across the breadth of space and time, and now you are here standing before us, just as you were meant to be. What did you call me? What do you want? You don't to dictate what I am meant to do. My choices are my own. The thing begins to cackle. Its body shudders as the larder peels out of it. The meat presumes to lecture us. Spoots is ignorance like bile. Watch your tongue, slave thing, or we will twist it around your finger. Slave thing. The Jama King spreads its arms, its movement full of malevolent grace. You belong here with us, little puppets, in our court and in our larder, now and for all time. I'm gonna blow you back to whatever hell you crawled out of. You kill us? The thing cackles, its throat pulsing rhythmically. The sound catches in your spine like a razor blade. Oh, the noises you make, such sweet, foolish sounds. The slave thing thinks that it can kill us. It is mistaken, it cannot even comprehend us. Chianya's iridescent gown parts as she raises a forearm. Your mind rebels against the alien biology that you see underneath. The wet, glistering crenellations of flesh, animal and keratin that makes up the Jama King's body. It is chattel meat, and we have been starving for 1,000 years. The musical tones of the thing's voice are high-pitched and jiddy. It opens its arms to you, offering a view of the chisel-like teeth that protrude from its flesh. Gobbet stares up at the creature, her eyes darting across the shimmering expanse of its body. Well, it's official, I'm terrified. The queen with 1,000 teeth lowers her head, and the unnaturally thick air turns rank and cold. Waves of nausea wreck your stomach as a foul wind slides over you like mud. We will rip out your nerves at the root, milk the misery from your protesting body. Her glistering claws weave strange patterns in the air. We will feast on your sorrow now and forever. Ah ja, geh du. Snuff Flame. Die Frage ist, was passiert, wenn ich da dran gehe. Immun. Okay, anscheinend muss ich diese Dinger zuerst ausschalten. Nummer 1. Der ist auch im Eimer. Ach, da war auch noch eins. Gut. Ups, den habe ich übersehen. Aber die waren ja eben auch nicht so... haben die nicht besonders stark ausgesehen. Okay, hat einen neuen sich geholt. Erstmal den hier. Shit. Hätte ich vorher machen sollen. Der steht natürlich auch noch da. Ups. Das war falsch. Na, das gibt's doch nicht. Wieso treffen die nicht? Aua. Wahrscheinlich hätte ich die Viecher erstmal ignorieren sollen. Die sind beide im Eimer. Der lebt aber noch da. Macht aber nichts. Lalalala. Hallo. Ich gehe da mal wieder. Machen wir den erstmal weg, oder? Aber wahrscheinlich von dort, genau. Da habe ich mich ein Feld zu weit gelaufen. Das war unsinnig. Den Extraschuss, den machen wir mal da drauf. Ja. Sauber. Plus 8. Steht nicht in Cover. Ja, er wird nicht allzu lange leben, aber wir sollten wahrscheinlich doch in Deckung gehen. Ich meine, der ist ja jetzt schon fast tot. Das war nichts. ...29. Schon im Eimer. Da kommt anscheinend noch nichts mehr. Ja, es sah jetzt auf dem ersten Blick deutlich schwerer aus, als es dann tatsächlich war. As you watch Qian Uya's blast marked and broken body begins to reform. Her groan knits herself back together, black blood wicking onto the floor. Slowly, terribly, she begins to laugh. You cannot kill us, meat! You have not seen us! Her voice fills with mockery. This form is but a shadow, a droplet of divine essence, filtered through a keyhole. Gobbet scans the room, her eyes glinting. I think that it's telling the truth. That thing over there isn't Qian Ya. It's just a fragment of an enormous astral entity. The little ones, the servitors, are all parts of her too. The glow in her eyes fades. She bites her lip. We are so fucked. Qian Ya begins to cackle. The red servant sees the truth of it, glimpses us as we really are. Were you to behold our full magnificence, your mind would wring itself into pulp. The crumpled form of Qian Ya rights itself, begins to rise. You will see, slave thing, we will show you a world not meant for mortal eyes. You will see. Ja, sehr schön. Puff. Dann zeig mir. Das war jedenfalls bisher nicht sehr beeindruckend, Junge. Dann würde ich auch sagen, mache ich hier erstmal wieder einen Schnitt und dann gucken wir mal, was da... Dieses Ding ist jetzt auch zu Ende im Kampf. Konnte man das benutzen, jetzt nicht mehr. Mache ich einen Schnitt und dann schauen wir beim nächsten Mal, wie es jetzt zu Ende geht. Bis denn!